Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back at today with another fantasy football video. In today's video, I got my OverlayDFS.com fantasy picks for Week 17. Now, this week, they are for the quarterbacks only mode, and that is what I am going to be playing. That is the only contest running right now for Week 17 due to the fact that some of the players are just not going to play, and this is the best thing to do. In this week, you only have to make 5 picks at the quarterback position, plus 3 alternate picks in case someone ends up not playing in these games. The entry fee is $11, and I would love if you guys would come and play with me this week on OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. So let's get right into my picks for this week. Now, the website is very simple. All you have to do is choose between one player or the other. Pat Mahomes versus Drew Brees, Rodgers versus Winston, Dak versus Tannehill, so on and so forth. It is very simple, just who scores more fantasy points. So right here, this one is very complicated for me. Pat Mahomes versus Drew Brees. I like Pat Mahomes more in this game. That's probably who I'd pick, but I'm going to try to stay away from him because to me, they are my number 1 and number 2 quarterbacks on the week. So I like Pat Mahomes more, but I wouldn't be too sure that that is for sure a lock. Right here, I see a lock in famous Jameis Winston versus Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is very hit or miss every single game. So could be Jameis Winston. But his matchup up against the Atlanta Falcons could be very juicy. Aaron Rodgers may just run the ball. And Jameis Winston is going to be throwing a lot in this game up against the Atlanta Falcons. Right here, I like Mr. Matt Ryan as well in this game. Like I said, I believe there's going to be a back and forth affair, and I really think that Matt Ryan plays far better than Jared Goff in this game. As I scroll down here, I like another game and player just more than another player. I like Carson Wentz here over TB12. I know what you might be thinking. Tom Brady, the Miami Dolphins are a very easy matchup for him. Sure, that could be true, but they may get up early and fast and just run the rock constantly in the second half of the game. So I really like Carson Wentz here up against the New York Giants, a game that I think is going to be a very back and forth affair. And while I say that, I'm going to target the other QB in this matchup, and that is Danny Dimes. Danny Fumbles, as I like to call him, because he does have fumbleitis, but that did not happen last week up against the Washington Redskins. He put up a big spot there, and playing up against Mitchell Trubisky, the man that's only good for doing one thing, and that is kissing on those titties. I believe Daniel Jones does not play, or Daniel Jones will play well, and I just don't trust Mitch Trubisky at all. He's literally is terrible. I don't think he'll do anything really in this game up against the Minnesota Vikings, so I really like Daniel Jones here over him. To me, that is a very simple pick for this week. Now onto my last pick here, plus my 3 alternate picks I have to make here. So as I look down here, there are some ones that are very dicey for me. This one is very easy for me, and that is big man Drew Lock over Robert Griffin III. Now I know Robert Griffin III is a bit of a dice roll, actually. I could see him going out there up against the Pittsburgh Steelers and absolutely slapping them up, but I also think that Drew Lock has a very easy matchup here up against the Oakland Raiders. I think that he just puts up a great game here, so I like him. Down here, I like Mr. Andy Dalton over Brett Hundley here. If Brett Hundley gets the start, I just do not trust him up against the LA Rams. I really do like Andy Dalton this week up against the Cleveland Browns. I think he could be a very sneaky pick here. Andy Dalton last week was balling out up against the Miami Dolphins, so I could definitely see that happening again. Down here, I like Gardner Minshew over Case Keenum. Obviously, the Dallas defense played quite good last week up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I just don't trust Case Keenum. He could be very hit or miss, and he's a guy that could be an interception machine in this game, so I'd much rather go with Mr. Gardner Minshew. He is a much more safe option. I really do like him in this matchup up against the Indianapolis Colts to be a top 20 guy. I really don't see Case Keenum being that this week. And on to my last alternate pick here, and then we are going to rearrange them in the order of how confident I am in those players to try to get the most tiebreaker points in case I end up not going that beautiful record. If I end up winning this, though, guys, if I end up in first place, I could be hitting over $500 here, and the top 10% win $50, so 5 times pretty much you're buying. So we are going to try and hit that this week. Please make sure you guys do join me in this contest. It makes Week 17 very fun if you guys are not playing in a normal fantasy matchup here. My last pick here, I think I am going to go with Baker the Faker Mayfield over Ryan Fitzmagic. This matchup up against the New England Patriots is going to prove to be very tough for Ryan Fitzmagic. So I think Baker Mayfield up against a sorry Cincinnati defense should be able to perform. Now up here, we got Jameis Winston over Rodgers, Matt Ryan over Goff. But I think I am going to move some of these here. I feel really confident in Daniel Jones over Mitchell Trubisky. I feel pretty confident Matt Ryan over Goff, and then Jameis over Rodgers, Wentz over Brady, and then Drew Lock over Robert Griffin III. And if the alternates happen to hit, I like Andy Dalton over Brett Hundley, Gardner Minshew over Case Keenum, and Baker Mayfield over Ryan Fitzmagic. So please make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com, link down below in the description. They also have an app if you want to check that out. That's also linked down below in the description. The app is very easy to use. I love this website, OverlayDFS.com. I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for joining me all year on Overlay DFS. Please, you guys can play the NBA as well in the offseason. I love each and every single one of you guys. I hope you guys have a great week 17. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to enter this lineup, obviously, just so you guys know that I'm being serious. I do play in these games. I love you all. Have a blessed rest of your day. Goodbye.